Right, so that is going to be it for that one.
The
Let's
ranking?
see. There's only one left, so that there's only one thing that it could be ranked. 4.
And then for me, 3.
Yeah.
I liked it a little bit more than you. Other than, obviously, what are you talking about? Grindelwald's always looked like that.
Yeah.
Even though, no, he hasn't. But otherwise, I think it's a decent entry. You could do a lot worse.
It was also supposed to come out in, like, pre-COVID, and then COVID happened, so.
And then, and then you just made everything sad, because you had to remind people of COVID.
I
Just
mean,
like you always have to remind people about the Carolina Panthers and...
We do this every week.
And yep.
Oh,
but
okay, San Jose Sharks fan.
Okay. But we have a segment every week that we like to call the Train Wreck of the Week. So why don't we just
let's get to the Train Wreck of the Week, and
it is obviously Train Wreck of the Week.
To see the train crash.
You can't really see, but it's just Ron from Deathly Hallows Part 1.
Those were a lot more bright than I originally thought, but
there you go. They got it up on full screen.
Yeah,
but it's just Ron. Yeah, that's the train wreck.
Pretty much, it's just I was just thinking about just like him. That's the train wreck.
I mean, it is. It really just is. It's just Ron being Ron in that movie.
All right. Yeah.
And then we don't have the final rankings of these week's movies.
We did have the final rankings of this week's movies. Let's bring that up.
You know what? Go off.
We have 2 rankings, by the way, this week.
Yeah, go off, Kane.
So But before we get into that, Ron.
He's an annoying.
He also just would not take off the necklace that made you be in a bad mood.
Yes, it just made you be in a bad mood the whole time.
Because Harry's wearing it at one point, and he's always in a bad mood when he's wearing it.
And Hermione's like, "Yeah, take that off." And he's
and he actually takes it off.
He takes it off, and he's like,
and instead, Ron, instead of taking it off, decides, you know what, I'm
gonna wear it for like a few days.
I'm just gonna head out. It's like It's like I want to be miserable. Not me, Ron.
You are miserable. I live with you.
Aww.
I'm kidding. All right, so final rankings of these ones.
It's pretty much exactly the same.
Except we flipped these 2.
All right, so
then
I got that figured out.
We got that figured out.
All right, and then
drum roll, please. We have an if it's ready.
Entirely right. Yeah. So
we had a combined ranking.
Yeah. So it's being weird.
It's being weird, but basically, you put Deathly Hallows Part 2 at your number 1 in your combined rankings, and then I put Deathly Hallows Part 2 as my number 2
in the rankings. Your number 1 was Prisoner of Azkaban.
Yes, it was.
We both had Deathly Hallows Part 1 as last. As number 11, last place.
Last place. We disliked it that much.
I had Half-Blood Prince pretty low. I had it at like 10.
I think I also had it low. I had it at like 8 or 9.
Yeah.
Can't remember fully off the top of my head.
I remember there was 5 Harry Potter movies before we got to the first Fantastic Beasts movie.
I had mine. Actually, I think I had mine at 5.
Mine was at 6, I'm pretty sure, which was the original Fantastic Beasts. So,
all right, but other than that, we got to wrap up?
I guess so.
It's unfortunate.
Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you next time where we will do Night of the Living Dead.
Yes, Night of the Living Dead.
Back to horror, because we can't do a semester without a horror franchise.
We can't not have horror. It's got to happen. But
it's just the rules.
So,
all right.
As usual, guys, remember to be kind.
And rewind.
Tonight on WTOP-10 Nightly News, Career Services is helping seniors prepare for the workforce and having some fun in the process.
And the Office of Sustainability was serving up some sweet treats this weekend. Hear more about the annual Arbor Day celebration.
Plus, Oswego athletes are recognized for their hard work, the award ceremony that took place earlier today.
WTOP-10 Nightly News starts now.
Good evening and welcome to WTOP-10 News. I'm Lucas Marquez, tonight's sports anchor. Our top story tonight, student athletes received a number of awards today, recognizing their hard work throughout the season. Some of the most recognized groups included members of the women's lacrosse team, winning a number of awards, including Most Improved Team, and Moment of the Season with their recent win against Cortland, ending an over 40-game win streak. Women's Athlete of the Year was awarded to Lexi Levy, goalie of the women's ice hockey team, who finished the season with 671 saves. Men's Athlete of the Year was awarded to Deacon Judd of the Lakers basketball team. Congratulations to all of our Lakers. That's all for my report. I'll be back later tonight with my full sports report. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Lucas, and welcome to WTOP-10 Nightly News. I'm Piper Kiernan.
And I'm Dominic Ciccarelli.
As the semester comes to a close, graduating seniors are planning for the future. To provide some help during these stressful times, Career Services put on a senior night for students across campus, today in the Lake Effect Cafe.
The event consisted of a resume and cover letter review, free headshots, and job research assistance with aid of employees from Career Services. There was also a raffle giveaway, free lemonade and pizza, and the first 25 students got a free drink voucher. SUNY Oswego's School of Business has appointed Maureen Melville as the Director of Center for Business Excellence and Transformation. The new department is being founded by the National Science Foundation to serve as a catalyst for economic development and transformation business practices. The school has appointed Professor Maureen Melville as the department's director. Melville says that she is honored by the school's decision to appoint her as the director and that she is passionate about helping students find real-world success.
The Math Club is hosting a math competition. The competition will be held tomorrow, April 29th from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. in MCC Room 174. The competition will be students against professors, including questions from math courses 102, 179, 210, 220, and 330. You do not need to know every topic, just answer what you can. The Math Club says this is a great opportunity to review material. This weekend, SUNY Oswego Sustainability Office hosted a pancake breakfast at Rice Creek, serving their homemade maple syrup. Although it rained that day, it was full of brightness.
WTOP-10 reporter Kaya Wheatley has the details on this weekend's event.
Last Saturday, the Office of Sustainability held their annual pancake breakfast to celebrate Arbor Day, a day in which the public are encouraged to plant trees, raising awareness for the appreciation of nature. Barnaby Hurst, the office's biologist, speaks on the event.
Today is the pancake breakfast we put on. It's a part of our broader maple tapping program in which we tap trees on campus for their sap, which we then turn into syrup via boiling process done by members of our office and members of the community. And then as part of that, we take the maple syrup resulting, serve it with pancakes, and give it out to whoever comes for free.
The event also provided a raffle for attendees, a live frog measuring demonstration, thrifting, and even a free coloring book, all in hopes of promoting environmental care at Oswego.
We made about 140 bottles of the 12 and 8 ounces.
Attendees raved about the syrup quality, describing it as light and not super sweet, with one lady saying this.
I had to fight somebody from the bottle.
Here's one student's review of the maple syrup.
Pretty good.
The Office of Sustainability is always looking for new members. If you're looking for a purpose to connect with nature, this would be the place. Kaya Wheatley, WTOP-10.
I can personally say that maple syrup was exceptional, and my coloring book is coming along quite nicely. Now, back to the desk.
Dominic, April showers bring May flowers, but where were these April showers today?
Yeah, Piper, where were these April showers? Well, maybe Storm Team 10 meteorologist Christopher Convis knows. Christopher?
Thanks, guys. Pleasant day, by the way. Gosh, it was no winds, very calm and everything. Great going in my classes today. But we will be seeing those showers tomorrow. As you take a look north of us, this is our next playmaker, which it's got my head turning and everything. Very severe storms happening coming our way. We're going to have a warm front coming from the south, bringing this cold front with us in the evening times tomorrow. As you can see, we're in an enhanced risk, a level 3 out of 5 for our region, respecting damaging winds, possible hail, and a few tornadoes. I'll have all of that in my full forecast, but first, back to the desk.
Thank you, Christopher. Oswego County resident Daniel LaRock has pleaded guilty to 3 counts of possession of child pornography. 21-year-old LaRock was convicted of promoting sexual performance by a child in June of last year, and on Friday admitted to possessing and distributing child pornography on multiple social media accounts. LaRock now faces 10 to 20 years in prison for each count and 5 years to life of probation. He must also forfeit any property used for the crimes and register as a sex offender upon release.
Donald Trump is set to ask Congress to dissolve the $300 million budget of the Biological Research Division of the U.S. Geological Survey. The research division is known as the Ecosystems Missions Area and is responsible for studying how ecosystems respond to a variety of stimuli. One of the research vessels threatened by the cuts is the Cahoe, a 70-foot ship stationed at Lake Ontario Biological Station in Oswego. If the cuts go through, the research station would be eliminated.
Still ahead tonight, a major change to the subway system.
Plus, a major blackout in Europe. Find out who was impacted.
All that and more coming up on WTOP-10 Nightly News.
Like action. Romance.
Polly, sister, if you're watching this,
And highbrow humor.
surface is this?
Floor. Minch did not legitimately put his head in the toilet.
There's only one place to turn. Tune in to new episodes of
Oh boy!
Only on WTOP.
Look at the number of disasters in the U.S. Chances are every area will deal with some kind of emergency in the next decade. And between school, sports, and social lives, chances are you won't be with your kids when it happens. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids has the educational tools and information to make the conversation easy. When the time comes, chances are they'll feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
I had to eat a raw egg on Chris's dormitory floor.
I currently don't have any federal pending charges.
You know what you never did? You never walked to Walmart, Chris.
That's my co-host. This is for making me eat roast Pop-Tarts.
It's showtime, Chris. Come on.
I want to be on the air for that. I got a couple things to say.
No. Spin the wheel. But you got censorship.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back to
Welcome back to WTOP. I'm meteorologist Christopher Convis with your full forecast. Currently right now, we are sitting at 45 degrees and everything with a very slight winds from the west at 4 miles per hour. Looking on to our regional temperatures here, we're seeing some warm temperatures coming our way tomorrow. This is where we'll be getting our humidity tomorrow following those severe storms. As we can see the temperatures the next 12 hours, you can see we're going to be around 54 degrees, reaching all the way up to 70 tomorrow afternoon. And then as you can see the winds for tomorrow, big playmaker as well, we're going to get up to 29 degrees for 29 miles per hour, and then it's going to all clear out by the Wednesday evening. So, weather hazards for tomorrow. Of course, we're going to be getting some moderate rain and everything, some damaging winds as well and everything. We got like a 50% chance for hail and everything, but we can't play out. We could possibly get a tornado or two on the ground, but have your alerts on your phone, notifications on, and please be cautious with your plans tomorrow evening. So, as we take to our future cast, you can see starting off tomorrow, clear skies. We're already up to 65 degrees at 8:30. As we get into 12 o'clock, you can see this is where the warm front is coming in. You see there's a few isolated showers that we're supposed to get and everything, reaching up to maybe, look at that, 80 in Syracuse. Wow. In April. So as we keep on going on, you can see the cold front kind of breaks down. That looks good. The radar kind of is showing us that we're not getting the severe storms at the moment, but weather can happen so quickly, so it's a play-by-hour type deal and everything. So have your notifications ready on your phone. And then it's all going to clear out. We're going to be cooling down with the cold front, 39 Wednesday morning. So tonight, 53 degrees, mostly clear. Tomorrow, 74 with those thunderstorms in the evening, winds at 14 to 16 miles per hour. And as we take on to our 7-day forecast, I got it into alert day tomorrow for Tuesday. Wednesday, perfect, clear skies and everything. Thursday, we're going to have a chance of showers, maybe a possible thunderstorm again Friday into Saturday, but then it clears right back out for Sunday and Monday with temperatures in the mid-50s. That's all for my full forecast. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Christopher. The Metropolitan Transit Authority, or MTA, is changing the New York City subway map. The new map is expected to lay out the system more geometrically and show the routes more boldly and clearly. Overlapping routes will now show one overall route that branches out when a certain subway leads the shared path. For the MTA, this is the first major change to the map since 1979.
The NYPD is investigating after 2 women were assaulted by pro-Israeli counter-protesters during a pro-Palestine rally. Footage showed a police officer trying to protect one of the women as a group of men chase, kick, and throw objects at her. The NYPD are yet to locate both assaulted women, but have urged them to come forward. Pro-Palestine protesters have occurred after Israeli National Security Minister Itamar Ben-Gvir visited New York in recent days.
The Immigration and Customs Enforcement, or ICE, have ramped up arrests as of late in Colorado and Florida. Hundreds of people have already been detained.
Outrage has grown in response. Jen Sullivan has more.
Federal officials in Colorado breaking into what authorities describe as an underground nightclub in Colorado Springs early Sunday morning. Law enforcement swarming people as they run out of the building.
What was happening inside was significant drug trafficking, prostitution, crimes of violence. We seized a number of guns in there.
Officials say more than 200 people were inside the nightclub at the time. At least 100 people were detained and taken into ICE custody, accused of being in the U.S. illegally.
Colorado Springs is waking up to a safer community today.
The detainments in Colorado are just the latest sting across the country as President Donald Trump cracks down on illegal immigration. ICE posting these photos of arrests in Florida, where nearly 800 people were taken into custody over the last 4 days, also accused of being in the country illegally. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis commending the arrests, saying Florida is leading the nation in active cooperation with the Trump administration. Meanwhile, pro-immigrant rallies were held in Milwaukee Saturday after a Milwaukee County Circuit judge was arrested by the FBI Friday and charged in federal court for allegedly helping an undocumented immigrant avoid arrest. Immigration is an issue Americans are divided on. A recent CNN poll shows 45% of people say they approve of Trump's handling of immigration, 54% saying they disapprove. I'm Jen Sullivan reporting.
The number of people detained is not expected to slow down anytime soon.
Outrage and protests are expected to continue as ICE continues to deport immigrants who may be in America illegally.
A major power outage struck Spain, Portugal, and parts of France earlier today. Both Portugal and Spain have declared a state of emergency since, with chaos ensuing as flights were delayed or canceled and traffic lights shut off. As nightfall hit, power had been gradually restored to pockets of every country involved. The cause of the blackout is still unknown, but Portugal Prime Minister Luis Montenegro claims it did not originate in his country.
A U.S. Navy F-18 Super Hornet fighter jet has been lost at sea after it fell overboard from the USS Harry S. Truman. The aircraft cost over $60 million and fell while being towed on board. All personnel are accounted for, and only one sailor sustained a minor injury. A U.S. official said the initial reports indicate that the USS Truman made a hard turn to evade Houthi fire.
When WTOP-10 Nightly News continues, the issues with air pollution, how you can protect yourself.
And President Trump's tariffs are starting to affect baby gear, why it can't be changed.
Get rid of all the questions.
If only we had someone who could tell us what we should and shouldn't watch.
Well, do we have a show for you?
Who are you?
What are you doing in my bed?
On Be Kind and Rewind, we will go through and review all your favorite movie franchises.
And tell you which ones you should and shouldn't watch from the perspective of normal movie fans. Well, be sure to check out Be Kind and Rewind on WTOP-10. Welcome back to WTOP-10 Nightly News.
In consumer news, tariffs imposed by President Trump are making strollers and car seats more expensive. The Trump administration has placed high tariffs on imports from China, taxes on all other countries. Retail experts say that the vast majority of children's and baby gear products are manufactured exclusively in China. They also say that these products cannot be produced in the U.S. or any other countries anytime soon. As a result, the prices for the leading brands of strollers have already gone up by hundreds of dollars. Democrats in Congress have called on the Trump administration to exempt baby products from the tariffs.
Global shipping company DHL says it will restart shipments worth more than $800 from businesses to consumers in the U.S. effective immediately. Earlier this month, DHL temporarily suspended those shipments. The company claimed this was due to significant increases in supplies at customs after following the introduction of President Trump's tariffs. DHL now says those regulations have been adjusted after they had had a meeting with U.S. officials.
The Mauna Loa company is recalling some of its nuts. Dark chocolate-covered macadamias are being recalled due to the possible presence of almonds and cashews. This could affect consumers who have allergies to those nuts. The company said the nuts were distributed to several retail stores throughout the country. So far, no allergy reactions have been reported. If you have purchased a bag recently, you could take it back to the store for a full refund. Nearly half of Americans live in an area with a failing grade of air pollution, according to a new report from the American Lung Association. What we breathe can raise the risk of several health problems, and it not only affects your lungs, but also your heart.
In today's Health Minute, Mandy Gaither has ways to keep your body healthy despite the quality of the air around you.
In the U.S., around 156 million people are living around unhealthy air, according to a new report using the latest air quality data from 2021 to 2023. That's about 25 million more than last year's report.
It appears that unless we make some significant changes or have some significant technological leaps, our air quality is probably headed more for the worse.
Exposure to particle pollution not only affects lungs, the World Health Organization says exposure can also raise risk of health problems like certain cancers, stroke, asthma, preterm births, dementia, depression, and anxiety. There's also a significant impact on your heart, says cardiologist Dr. Andrew Freeman with National Jewish Health.
It creates inflammation. It's associated with atherosclerosis or coronary disease, and it can increase event rates. And so we're starting to really pay attention.
To keep bodies as healthy as possible in poor air quality, Freeman says to change air filters frequently to remove irritants from the air, properly ventilate your living space, monitor ozone levels. You may want to avoid times when they peak. Stay indoors if possible on days when the air quality is poor, especially if you have a chronic heart or lung condition. And he says to prioritize your health.
Exercising, eating mostly plants, sleeping enough, getting rid of stress, connecting with others. We are social beings, and there's significant outcomes data about how that impacts cardiac health.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
Dr. Freeman says another facet to this conversation is working together to reduce pollution so that it doesn't affect our health. That includes biking or walking when we can instead of driving to places, and being aware of our emissions.
He says eating a more plant-based diet is not only good for your heart, but also the environment.
Guys, stick around because after the break, we'll be back with more Oswego Sports.
Say, President Stanley, whenever there's bad weather, who would you turn to?
I'd turn to Storm Team 10.
No, but you've got to say it like this. Storm Team 10. Say it with me. Storm Team 10.
Roll it.
Welcome back to WTOP. Now let's go to sports. The Oswego Lakers made history this season in the women's tennis program, and the future continues to be promising. The Lakers managed to reach the SUNY finals with only a single match, winning one loss. The final game was against SUNY Newport, which they won with a score of 4-0, without losing a single game in the SUNY. Even with the defeat, the three athletes made the ideal team: Isabella Eason, Avery Borman, and Leah Bell. And I say the future is promising because 5 of the athletes are freshmen and will keep playing for the Lakers. Now going back to Oswego, the Oswego Lakers hosted their annual Oswego Spring Invite and came back with a very good results. Finished 4th as against the other 8 universities, but the one stands out was Michael Douglas, who finished as the individual champion. On the first day, Douglas had a steady round of 77-6 over pair, while on the second day, he carded a solid 7-9-8 over pair. Seasons ending and others beginning. The Lakers had the first scrimmage before the start of the season against the Oneonta Community College Lasers. And it was a victory with a quite emotional scenes. The Lakers opened with a large 3-0 lead in the first period and dominated the first 30 minutes of the game, giving barely any opportunities for the Lasers.
the second period, the Lakers scored 2 goals and almost tied the game, but nobody else was able to score, and the Lakers won their first match by a score of 3-2. Now, we're not going to do highlights today. I'm going to do an explaining analysis. So, it was a great game from Tajay Ellis, number 9. He plays like a pivot, and he uses his strength a lot to score goals and protect the ball. In this video, we have an example of how he uses his strength, and he's fast. So, he goes and almost scores a goal. And on the second one, he tries again going to the score, but he got blocked. And if you see here in the monitor, we have how the team plays. So the team plays with 3 in the back, 3 in the midfield, and 4 in attack. And that helps a lot so the team can get the ball fast after losing. So every time the 3 in the back starts the play, and one of the players go up to help to construct the build. And then one of the 3 players in the midfield also helps one of the 4 players in attack. Tajay Ellis, which is the pivot, he usually come back a little bit more. Tajay Ellis or Ahmed, which is both of the strikers, they usually come back a little bit more, so they help and construct the ball. And when they go to attack, Tajay Ellis also goes to the sides. That was the second goal of the Lakers, was a play with Tajay Ellis going to the side and crossing the ball. So the Lakers usually play like this, so they're fast and use their strength to get the ball quicker after losing. I think that's our report for tonight. We'll be back after the break.
And it could be your last chance to see one occur for 2 decades, as the next time one will be visible over the continental U.S.
He's May 84. Yarrow told police in the hospital that he had pressed the doorbell and waited.
They mix with oxygen and nitrogen and become briefly
What's going on?
Yeah, we go on at like 11:30. It's like
No.
What do you mean no?
It's 10:30.
10:30?
Yeah, it's 10:30.
What do you mean it's 10:30?
Hey, don't touch that. That's my ladder.
Hey, man.
Whoa.
You know this book was already discounted 10%?
Wow. Get a close up of that one.
Matthew,
Look at that.
Can we go back inside? I want to sleep in the studio again.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move, so I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
It's time to rock out. We know the names of the artists who will be inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame later this year.
A total of 7 artists are a part of this year's class. Chubby Checker, Cyndi Lauper, Outkast, Soundgarden, The White Stripes, Bad Company, and Joe Cocker.
Artists become eligible for nomination if it has been at least 25 years since they released their first commercial recording.
The ceremony will honor several other artists and bands, including Salt and Peppa and the late Warren Zevon. The induction ceremony will take place in Los Angeles in November. Rock on!
That's our report for tonight, the last Monday night news of the year.
Thank you for watching us. We'll see you soon.
Be sure to stay tuned for the DK Experience.
Have a great night, everyone.
Welcome to Stick to Sports. I'm Ben Diamond.
And I'm Brian Burrows. Today we take a look at NFL Week 6, the MLB Championship Series, and some big college football results.
Roll it. The Cleveland Browns defeated the San Francisco 49ers 19-17 after kicker Jake Moody missed a game-winning field goal with time expiring. The Browns defense was able to do what many others have tried to, and that is to neutralize Brock Purdy. The 49ers offense was largely ineffective against the Browns, totaling only 215 yards of offense. Injuries to key offensive players do not help the Niners either, though. Brian, does a loss like this help a team as good as the Niners not get complacent?
I'm going to say no, just because I don't think complacency is really a thing that you deal with this early into the season. Complacency you see more like weeks 14, 15 when you're really on a roll and then they kind of forget the fundamentals. But this early in the season, I think teams are still trying to find that groove. As the Niners, they found it early, but a game like this, you kind of lose that groove a little. So I don't think it's necessarily a complacency thing. The Niners also got pretty unlucky with injuries. You know, they lost McCaffrey, Debo, Trent Williams, huge losses on the offense, big star players for them. But also their defense really needs to take notes from what happened in this game. They may have been complacent. PJ Walker should not be throwing for almost 200 yards in them, and they need to be better at stopping the run, 160 total yards on the ground. And pass rush needs to step up. Only 2 sacks from Bosa and Gregory. That pass rush is electric. They need to do better.
Yeah, and I mean, Purdy was not connecting on throws that he's been connecting with on in the first 5 weeks of the season, and that certainly has a lot to do with how this game ended. Of course, not getting a lot of that offense, but also, as I mentioned before, the injuries. Christian McCaffrey, Debo Samuel, both going down with injuries somewhere in the middle of the game certainly will not help Brock Purdy when his weapons are going down and doesn't have as many options.
The Philadelphia Eagles traveled up to MetLife Stadium to take on the Jets and lost 20-14. The Jets defense stood strong, intercepting Hurts 3 times and holding the Eagles running backs to 39 yards on the ground. Zach Wilson threw for 186 yards, no touchdowns, and no interceptions. A late fourth quarter interception by Hurts gave the Jets the ball in good field position, and Breece Hall found the end zone for the only Jets touchdown of the day, giving them the lead. Ben, can the Jets defense carry them into the playoffs?
I mean, I think the Jets defense absolutely can carry them into the playoffs. I think right now they're still third place in the AFC East, but that's because they have to contend with the likes of the Dolphins and the Bills. But this Jets defense is top 3 in the league, and I was talking about this earlier, and I felt like that when Zach Wilson is not making mistakes like he didn't last night, he made 0 mistakes, no interceptions, no fumbles, none of that. The offense was able to keep the ball, and they were able to chip away with field goals. And I think that's super important, especially when the defense is holding teams to around 14 points.
Yeah, and I mean, the old adage is defense wins championships. A really good defense is going to get you pretty far in this league. But also, I think they hit an Eagles team that was riding high on 5-0, but wasn't really playing their best ball, and they finally hit a team that could stop them. Hurts has showed some regression. 3 picks last week is pretty uncharacteristic, but he hadn't been playing the best. The Eagles' defense looked good against the Jets' offense, which has been struggling this year, but they did hold Breece Hall, who had been going off to under 40 yards. He did find the end zone, but the Eagles have not been what they were last year, and I think the Jets' defense took advantage of that.
Things have not always gone their way for the Cincinnati Bengals to start the season, but they have weathered the storm as they climb back into the AFC North race, winning 3 of their last 4 games. Although the offense has not looked like it has the last few years, the defense has picked up the slack, holding the Seahawks to only 13 points on Sunday. While Joe Burrow did not look like he did last year, he did enough to put the Bengals over the top. With a couple of key matchups the next 2 weeks, can the Bengals prove that they are still one of the better teams in the NFL, Brian?
Absolutely, the Bengals can prove they're one of the better teams. 3-3 is not a bad start to the season, and they have a lot of room to go up from here. You mentioned the easy couple weeks for them. I mean, their roster is very, very similar to what it was last year. They did not have a lot of roster turnover. They added pieces, which is always huge. The receivers are still the same. I mean, Jamar is still a top 5 receiver. Tyler Boyd stepped up against a good Seahawks secondary. Devon Witherspoon and Tariq Woolen are very good corners on the outside, so go to the slot guy, Tyler Boyd. He's still a very good weapon for them. I know Joe Mixon's been struggling this year, but he still has potential on a week-to-week basis to be top 10, top 5. Just go off. You've seen it at least once a year. And their defense is playing well enough to keep them in games. I mean, they had 4 sacks, 2 interceptions on Geno Smith, who is a really good quarterback, and held them to just 1 passing touchdown.
Yeah, and I mean, the Seahawks led in every single offensive category, but interceptions from Geno Smith halted any momentum the offense had in its tracks. And while I do think they have a long way to go, the Bengals do, because they face the 49ers and then the Bills these next 2 weeks. So it's going to be a big test for the Bengals going forward.
And a matchup between the then number 7 ranked Washington Huskies and number 8 ranked Oregon Ducks. We saw Washington quarterback Michael Penix throw for a touchdown with 1:38 to go in the game to give Washington a 36-33 lead. Oregon quarterback Bo Nix then went 6 for 6 for 36 yards and drove Oregon into field goal range, but kicker Camden Lewis missed the 43-yard field goal to tie the game and go to overtime. Michael Penix threw for 302 yards and 4 touchdowns, while Bo Nix had 337 and 2 touchdowns. Ben, Washington is now ranked number 5 in the AP poll. Do they have a shot at the college football playoff?
I think they do, 100%. I mean, the way Michael Penix is playing right now, especially being in the Heisman race, the college football board is going to want a Heisman candidate like Michael Penix to make it into the college football playoffs. And I mean, they even allowed over 500 yards of offense, which is a ton. So Washington's defense was not getting done. I mean, Bo Nix is a really solid, really good college quarterback. However, Michael Penix just being able to outduel him throughout the entire game and just stay ahead, I think that's what's most important. And also, I think what's important for Washington as well, they have a late in the season gauntlet, USC, Utah, and Oregon State, in order to push themselves into the conversation again of being in the college football playoffs.
Yeah, you mentioned that really hard schedule. I mean, the Pac-12 this year is a really strong conference, despite the fact that it might be falling apart within the next 2 years. They currently have 6 ranked teams, and then Washington State was in there last week before the rankings came out. So you mentioned that gauntlet. They very much have a chance that they go undefeated to make it into the playoff. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll get into the MLB playoffs, more NFL and college football talk, as well as the start of the NHL season here on WTOP-10.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
Shine on that boy. Look at the bling. Look at do we got a diamond tester on? Yeah, that's getting bad. Yep.
10 out of 10 recommend on Yelp.
We're going to the playoffs.
I can't believe I missed that.
Every time I'm buzzed, I spend too much time on my phone.
What? I should take your phone away.
No. I'll call for a ride.
Wait, why does my face look like that?
I'm playing with these new face filters.
Okay, you know what? Yep, that's mine.
Kevin, I need that back.
No.
Kevin!
Welcome back to Stick to Sports. The Buffalo Bills defeated the New York Giants 14-9 in what was a very ugly performance for both teams on offense. Although the Bills won the game, they didn't score their first points until the fourth quarter on a pass from Josh Allen to Deontay Hardy. While the Giants led for most of the game, they were unable to close it out as the offense was never able to find the end zone. Brian, does this game say more about the Giants or the Bills?
I'm very much saying that this says a lot more about the Bills than it does the Giants. The Giants honestly looked pretty similar to what they had been the last couple of weeks. Tyrod gave them a spark. The passing game was definitely a little bit more than it had been with Daniel Jones, but ultimately they really were kind of the same. Couldn't get into the end zone and just couldn't really do a lot on the ground. But the Bills were held down for the second week in a row. Yes, they won the game. That's because, again, the Giants really haven't been able to do much, and they really should have lost them. That last second the last second no call on the penalty on the holding there was egregious, really. So I really think that Allen's decision-making needs to step up, and it says a lot more about what the Bills can do this year.
Yeah, I completely agree. I mean, it seems like this Bills team does a 180 every week, and I mean, if not for late blunders from the Giants at half and at the end of the game, as well as controversial calls, this might have gone the other way.
The Lions improved to 5-1 this season after beating the Buccaneers 20-6 in Tampa Bay. Jared Goff threw for 353 yards and 2 touchdowns, with Amon-Ra St. Brown catching 12 balls for 124 yards and a touchdown. Baker Mayfield threw for only 203 yards and 1 interception, with Bucs backs getting only 40 rushing yards. Ben, how legit are the Lions this year?
I think the Lions are absolutely legit this year, Brian. I really, really love what I'm seeing from this team. And I mean, Jared Goff is playing exactly as he did back in 2019, back when he made the Super Bowl with the Rams. This is the Jared Goff that the Lions were hoping they would get, kind of as a reclamation project, and it's worked to perfection. Absolutely love what I'm seeing. The offense and defense are both clicking, but injuries I feel like are going to be, they might be the Achilles heel heading down the stretch if the injuries start to keep piling up.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned David Montgomery probably be out for a couple weeks now. That's a huge hit with Jahmyr Gibbs being out the last, I think, 2 weeks. But the Lions have absolutely handled every single team they've played since week 2. They've outscored teams by 60 points. And even the first 2 weeks, they didn't look too bad. And they have a very easy NFC North this year. They should run all the way, at least to the playoffs.
I completely agree. The Buffalo Sabres opened their 2023-2024 season facing off against both the Rangers and the Islanders. Unfortunately, they were unable to come away with a win. After a strong season last year, the Sabres faithful are hoping to take another giant leap this season, but a slow start is not something they want to see. Is this a case of rust being shaken off, Brian?
Yeah, I would say so. The Sabres are a very young team. They have not a lot of experience, a lot of young players who are still coming into this league, coming into their own. Tage Thompson being one of those players, Dylan Cousins. I think they're going to need some time to just kind of get into the season, but they were good last year. They just missed the playoffs, and they played 2 teams, the Rangers and the Islanders, who made the playoffs last year. The Rangers are a very good team. They're going to be a good team again this year. The Islanders are showing promise, and they kept it close versus them as well. So I think it's just a rust thing. I think they'll definitely turn things around, and I think even make the playoffs this year.
Yeah, I mean, this Sabres team is a really good team, as you mentioned, really young team. Devin Levi, the goaltender for the Sabres, he looked great in limited appearances last season, has kind of gotten a little shaky, but again, I think that rust is certainly playing a factor, and we've yet to see Tage Thompson light the lamp, but I'm sure that's coming very, very soon.
In Game 1 of the ALCS, the Texas Rangers shut out the Houston Astros 2-0. Jordan Montgomery went into the 7th without giving up a run. Both of the Rangers' runs came off Justin Verlander. In Game 2, the Rangers took a 4-0 lead in the first and knocked starter Framber Valdez out in the 3rd. The Astros couldn't overcome the deficit and lost 5-4 as the Rangers took a 2-0 series lead. Ben, can the Rangers go undefeated through the AL side of the playoffs?
You know, I'd like to think that they'd end this in a sweep right here, but truly, I don't think that's going to be the case. I think that the Astros, they have too much playoff experience to let the Rangers, a very young team with a ton of young players, just squirt right past them into the World Series. So I think that experience is going to come into play in games 3, 4, and 5 as we go forward. But right now, winning both games in Houston to start the series is absolutely huge. And again, I think that comes back to that youth. And with the youth, getting those wins early, I think that's super important in keeping that energy high.
Yeah, and home field advantage in baseball is probably one of the biggest advantages. And they get Scherzer starting in Game 3, which is huge too. Such experience, especially in the playoffs. That's, I think, almost guaranteed win. So I think a sweep is almost expected at that point.
The Philadelphia Phillies and the Arizona Diamondbacks both dominated their respective NLDS series and now face off to see who will make it to the World Series. Game 1 is in its latter half, but Brian, I wanted to hear your take on who you think will go through to the World Series between these 2 teams.
I'm taking the Phillies in this one. I think it probably in 5 games. It depends on how Game 1 ends. I know last I checked it was 5-3 in favor of the Phillies in the middle of the game. But I do like the Phillies. The experience is huge. I mean, it was 3 bombs early in Game 1 of the series. The D-backs are just so young. They don't have that experience. Even like the pitching staff, just there isn't really anybody who knows how to play in the playoffs. And they're playing in Philadelphia, one of the hardest places to play in baseball, especially in the postseason. It gets so loud, so crazy there, and it's so hard for opposing teams to win games in that stadium.
Yeah, I mean, Philly's already putting on a show. I mean, Harper, Schwarber, Castellanos, still doing their thing, continuing it from the series versus the Braves. And as you said, Citizens Bank Park, really difficult to play, especially for young players. So I'd say maybe Phillies in 6. I'll give the D-backs a little benefit.
In a 48-20 loss to Notre Dame, Caleb Williams failed to reach 200 yards passing for the first time since October 8, 2022, and threw more than one interception for the first time in his college career. USC fell from number 10 to number 18 in the AP rankings. Ben, Caleb Williams' odds for the Heisman went from plus 200 to plus 3,500. How much of an overreaction is this?
I honestly think that it's a pretty big overreaction from college football, from the odds makers. This is one bad performance, albeit versus a very good defense. So I guess people are saying, oh, this is the first time he faced a really good defense and he kind of folded. So is that going to be a sign of things to come in the NFL? Is he going to face a good defense and not be able to play up to his abilities, what we've seen? Maybe that's why they've dropped him so much. But he still has 23 touchdowns and only 4 interceptions. So I think the stats speak for themselves, and I think Caleb Williams still should have much higher odds for the Heisman.
Yeah, I agree. This is a major overreaction. I think he's being hindered by the fact that he won it last year, and his stats last year were way better now that he had the 3 picks. But it's a massive, massive overreaction. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, Ben will be joined by one of our producers, Alex Brooks, here on WTOP-10.
La, 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 la. Breathe. La, 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 la. La, 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 la. Freeze.
I want to eat apples and bananas. I need to eat apples and bananas. Why can't I eat apples and bananas?
Support the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks to help provide meals to those in need. Join us at feedingamerica.org.
We'll deep dive into our feelings in our Real Talk segment. Stay tuned because it's about to get real.
And it could be your last chance to see one occur for 2 decades, as the next time one will be visible over the continental U.S.
He's May 84. Yarrow told police in the hospital that he had pressed the doorbell and waited.
They mix with oxygen and nitrogen and become briefly
Welcome back to Stick to Sports. Joining me now is Alex Brooks, one of our producers. Alex, what do you have for us tonight?
Thanks, Ben. Week 6 of the NFL season saw a lot of crazy storylines, including problems with the NFL turf. There have been multiple players that have struggled to stay healthy for a full season, and the turf conditions have came up into conversation regarding them. With guys like Garrett Wilson and Christian McCaffrey going down in Week 6, Ben, does the NFL have a problem they need to address with playing on turf?
I mean, this is a conversation they should be having year after year. I think it's even come to more of a head this season because of the amount of injuries within the first 6 weeks that have happened. Non-contact leg injuries. We saw a lot of hamstring. We saw Cooper Kupp, Tyreek Hill with the hamstring. We saw Trayvon Diggs in practice on turf. We've seen a ton of ACL injuries and hamstring injuries arise early in this season, and that has to be attributed to the turf. And I think stadiums are planning on changing to natural grass for the FIFA World Cup just a few years away. So why they aren't also considering it for their own teams is really confusing to me.
Yeah, I completely agree. And Ben, I want to go back to the Super Bowl when they had that artificial turf that was supposed to help the players. And that did anything but. Both the Eagles and Chiefs were slipping, and it wasn't really helping out. And a lot of players have wanted to have grass, and I think the NFL really needs to make a change. Staying on the gridiron, we saw the New York Jets defeat the Philadelphia Eagles 20-14 in a big defensive battle. With multiple players out on the secondary on both teams, the Jets defense forced 3 interceptions to clinch their first franchise win against the Eagles. Ben, with the Jets making Pat Mahomes and now Jalen Hurts look bad, are the Jets for real this season?
I mean, I was talking about it earlier with Brian. I really do think that the Jets are on the upswing. They're on the upswing right now. And we see Robert Saleh, the head coach of the Jets, he has a ton of confidence in this team, in this defense. And now while he's saying they played gauntlet of quarterbacks and that they haven't gotten all wins, but we've embarrassed all of them, it's not 100% true. I like the confidence that he has, especially in his team, in this young team that is on the upswing, that needs that confidence boost. I think that's good of him to say, but if we're looking at it from a logic standpoint, from a past game standpoint, that's not entirely true, because we've seen them lose to the likes of Mac Jones, who now cannot get anything going on offense against other teams as well. So we're not 100% sure what's going on there in New England, but right now the Jets, they're looking really good. I think that they could squeak into the playoffs.
Yeah, my thing is, Ben, quickly, the Jets defense is for real. The offense, really not yet. We got to see what Zach Wilson can do against more competition. Exciting developments are happening as the 2028 Olympics will welcome 6 new sports to the worldwide competition. Sports such as baseball and softball will make their return, but flag football will make its debut in Los Angeles. Ben, will these additions create more hype for this big event?
You know, I think it will. I mean, we see the lineup of sports: baseball, softball, cricket, lacrosse, flag football, squash. So cricket being added, that's, of course, going to add a lot of hype, because cricket is a huge, huge sport around the world. It's not really tapped into here in the States, but around the world, cricket is huge. So that's already going to create a lot of hype just on a world level. But for baseball and flag football specifically, I think it would only create hype if MLB or NFL players or former NFL players were able to go in and play in these games. Unfortunately, the Olympics happen during the MLB season, and active NFL players probably won't want to play to risk a non-contact injury. So while it could create hype, and it probably is right now, it's still 5 years away. So there's not 100% certainty whether or not these will create the exact hype that they're hoping for.
Yeah, and I feel like if you have those players that are coming in, like old players coming, I think that'll make a lot of excitement. Also, the person who watches that specific sport is going to love these new sports coming in.
We're going to take a quick break here on Stick to Sports. Thanks once again to Alex for the fast break. And when we come back, Brian, Alex, and I will head into extra innings. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Stick to Sports on WTOP-10.
And it could be your last chance to see one occur for 2 decades, as the next time one will be visible over the continental U.S.
He's May 84. Yarrow told police in the hospital that he had pressed the doorbell and waited.
They mix with oxygen and nitrogen. They become briefly
What's going on?
Yeah, we go on at like 11:30. It's like
No.
What do you mean no?
It's 10:30.
10:30?
Yeah, it's 10:30.
What do you mean it's 10:30?
Hey, don't touch that. That's my ladder.
Hey, man.
Whoa.
You know this book was already discounted 10%?
Wow. Get a close up of that one. Matthew,
Look at that.
Can we go back inside? I want to sleep in the studio again.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move. So I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Welcome back to Stick to Sports. Now let's get ready for everyone's favorite tradition at WTOP-10, extra innings. All right, we'll start off with the Ohio State Buckeyes versus Penn State. I'll have you go first, Brian.
Give me the Buckeyes. -4.5. Penn State's good. They're having a really good season, but Ohio State is, I think, just better. -4.5, that's less than a touchdown, so I think Ohio State easily covers.
No, I think Ohio State is really good, but I don't know how much I trust McCord at QB to face a really, really good team in Penn State. I think that the Nittany Lions will actually put up a really good fight, and I think they will actually win this one in a very close battle.
All right. Well, I am going to take the Ohio State Buckeyes just because they are favored, and I believe that they will win against Penn State. I'm picking with you, Brian. All right, so let's go over to the Alabama Crimson Tide versus the Tennessee Volunteers. I'll have you go, Ben.
You want me to start?
Yeah, you start this time.
All right, I'll start. I'm going to go with Alabama. Now, I have not loved what I've seen from the Crimson Tide so far this season, but in this matchup, I still feel like Alabama has the edge just based off of Nick Saban's coaching just expertise. I feel like he'll always just outcoach the other coach. So I'm going to take Alabama in this one.
Give me Tennessee. Alabama's good, but I don't trust Jalen Milroe. He seems to falter in those big games. Tennessee's offense is just so good. And I don't know if they'll win, but 8.5 I think is just too big for me.
I was buying into the Tennessee hype last year, and it didn't really go as planned. So I'm going to pick Alabama. I'm picking Alabama for this matchup.
Oh,
all right, let's move over to some NFL. An exciting matchup for many fans. The Baltimore Ravens versus the Detroit Lions. Ravens are favored, and I'll start with you, Brian.
I know the Ravens are home, but give me the Lions at Ravens -3. I don't even think the Ravens are going to win this game. Never mind get a field goal win. The Lions are playing so well this year. I think Jared Goff is going to rip that defense apart.
I'm going to have to agree there. I mean, the Lions, I was saying it before when we were talking about how they played this past week. I really, really like the Lions, and I think they're going to take this one as well.
Yeah, I feel like the Lions are very young right now, and everybody is really rooting for them. And I feel like this is going to be a good matchup, but I feel like the Lions will be able to take it. So we're all taking the Lions on this one. Let's go over to Sunday Night Football for next week. The Miami Dolphins, the red-hot Miami Dolphins, will face off against the Philadelphia Eagles in Philadelphia. Ben, I'll have you start off.
I know who you're picking in this one, Alex, so I don't think we need to go to you on this one. But I'm going to take the Dolphins. I think their offense is so hot, and I think that even though the Eagles' defense is solid, I don't think they have enough weapons to stop the likes of Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle.
Yeah, Ben, I'm riding with you on this one. I don't think the Eagles are winning this one at all. Dolphins' offense seems practically unstoppable at this point. I don't think the Eagles' defense is going to play that well.
Disgusting. This is a bounce-back game for Philadelphia. They are going to win. Miami's not coming into Philadelphia and beating us. This is a bounce-back game. All right, that's off my chest. Eagles are going to win this game. But we'll go over to our last matchup. It's going to be the Buffalo Sabres versus the Tampa Bay Lightning. I'll have you start off, Brian.
Give me the Sabres. I think they're playing at home. Lightning haven't had the hardest start. I think this is the Sabres' first win of the season. Easy bounce-back game for them.
No, I'm going to go opposite you there, Brian. I'm going to go with the Lightning. The Lightning still have that core. They're aging, but they're still really good.
And I'm going to take the Tampa Bay Lightning on this one. So
we'll see. I mean, we're tied for last right now, so we'll have to see. Brian's
I took a one-game lead on you guys, so.
We'll have to see next week.
That's all the time we have on this episode of Stick to Sports. Be sure to tune in next Monday at 10:30 right here on WTOP-10.
Hello, my name is Dylan Zielinski.
And I am Paul Theodore Beatty.
We certainly had a lot of laughs here on Oh Boy last semester. Our goofy antics surely put smiles on a lot of people's faces.
But we here at Oh Boy have turned over a new leaf. We feel that our old brand was immature and somewhat lazy. We want the show to be something that Al Roker would be proud to tune into.
which is why we have worked all semester to create the best quality programming that WTOP could have asked for. So today,
we're playing water pong.
Welcome to season 2, folks, of
Oh Boy!
My name is John Bolus. I just drifted this 89 long bet forward, so I could do anything. International waters.
No, it's not. You know it's not.
What's up, man? I got your food. Dude, I can't hear you, man. I got your food. Take a seat. You might have just broken the studio. There's Riley. Hey. I feel very comfortable in this setting right now.
Oh boy!
Don't ask any more stupid questions.
I'm Minch.
I'm John.
And welcome back to
Oh Boy! Minch, you want to introduce yourself any little bit more because you were asking specifically to introduce yourself?
I'm Minch. What's up? That's about it.
All right, well, we are going to play, as we said, some water pong. So we are going to start setting this up, and I would just like to show the audience, if we want to stay on camera 2 here, this
I don't know how many
is water from Kinney. Charlie, come here. Give me a little taste test. What is that?
Am I supposed to taste
Go
it?
ahead.
Like,
it's just
like
water.
this?
There's grass in that.
Yeah, there's.
What is that?
Dirt.
It's water.
It's water.
It's water.
All right. Just so everybody knows, we are playing water pong. All right, so we're going to fill up the cups here. Boys, we're going to do a little weekend recap.
Weekend recap.
Yup, that. It's hard.
Recap.
Yeah, anyway. Minch, you went home. What was that like? What'd you do?
I played Marvel Rivals, raged about it, and then had a few choice beverages.
Nice. More water.
Milk,
Yeah,
water.
the Kinney drugs
Maybe
water.
even
Kinney
some
drugs
chocolate
water, shout
milk.
out
Maybe
Kinney
some
drugs.
chocolate milk.
Oh.
Per
all
chance.
Right. So how do we want to do this, gentlemen? We want to do a little
eye for an eye. Here, you
Eye
do
for
it.
an eye.
Oh.
Dude.
Are we serious?
Dude.
Oh, man.
Oh, what a
I was yelled at for spilling water already before the
What a disappointment.
broadcast began, so
Give me a
make
ball.
everyone happy.
All right, go ahead. I guess it's
Here.
Minch and I. We're doing a little eye for eye. Do you want to go eye, four, eye?
And John, me and you can look at each other.
All right.
That's my favorite thing.
I, 4, I.
Oh,
All right, I suck.
We're bad.
All
All
right.
right, well then you and
Oh yeah.
John and
All right,
Paul
we
can
got the
try.
balls.
There we go.
No, we got the balls. Get out of here.
Huh?
What are we doing?
We're
All right,
starting.
fine. That's
All right.
whatever.
Whatever.
Let's not spend the whole time trying to be like eye, four.
Yeah.
All
We
right,
don't
go
want to
ahead.
embarrass
Here we
ourselves
go.
if we have to.
Oh
boy.
That's
Oh,
balls
no.
back.
Balls back.
All right, we might be in some trouble.
Boys are playing a dangerous game.
We're gonna be
against
playing
a
all of
job.
it so long, so we're gonna see what happens. We're definitely gonna bring in some celeb shots, things like that.
Oh, hairball.
No. Someone
Stand on
collect
your
that
cord,
for me. I'm
dude.
attached to a wire.
Yeah,
Get
me
your cord
too.
out of here, dude.
So other than that, the boys
I'll get it.
called a hockey game this weekend.
I
That was-
did
that was pretty cool.
with Kenny Gerard
Kenny's in the back.
that Dylan directed. So we're gonna do it one more time on Saturday, a big whiteout game.
Nice.
There
Good
we
shot.
go. All right.
Oh boy.
All right.
We're locked in. Come on.
What they called
Come on,
me?
come on.
They called me the shooter in high school. Oh wow, that's not a good.
Oh,
hey, there we go.
All
Yeah,
right.
that's
Good
a bad.
game here.
They
Hey,
did
I
not
should've
call me
ran
that.
all
Oh, we don't
10
have
cups.
replays like run through week. That would have been cool.
They called me Paul Theodore Beatty in high school. They did not
Yeah.
call me.
All right, here we
anything else.
go. Nope. Off. John, nice shirt, dude.
That's a good shirt.
No one wore the actual shirt we're
He's on
supposed
tour.
to wear, dude.
Nobody cares about that shirt, dude.
Except
Oh,
everybody
righty,
cares. We
all
had
right.
a lot of people asking for
Oh.
some merch. Dude, I don't know what else to talk about. We had a good weekend. It was a good
We
time.
sang music.
Yeah, we sang music.
In
We
good
handed some
company.
microphones. Good company. What do you want?
Can we make this tight?
Yep.
We made the brick Instagram
Yep, that was
because
cool.
of all the
Make the
singing
brick
and
Instagram.
dancing that we
Yeah.
did and nothing else.
Family friendly place.
Come
of-
on.
Hey, John, what the heck?
Nice.
Wow.
All right, don't scream like that.
That's
Can
gonna
I
pick-
also get that same formation?
That's gonna pick up
Per
nicely.
chance.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm sure the mic's definitely just peaked.
I'm sure
out
they're
there.
very happy about that.
Oh, come on.
I like to go from high to low, as in hello,
Hey!
Dude.
Dang right, dang right.
What is that poem there, man?
Yeah.
It's like a theme song.
Dude,
Look at this hair on here.
Oh,
That's gotta
John's.
be
Dude,
gotta
that
be
is
John's
definitely not my
mullet
hair.
hair.
No,
Wait,
that's
put
not my
that in
hair.
a locket.
Is there
How much time I got?
Is there a punishment?
Is there a punishment?
Yeah, for losing.
They have to watch an episode of Entertainment Breach.
Oh, boy.
Wow.
Yoink.
Look
at that
your
shot.
headset off. Come here. Caitlin's gonna
Celeb
take
shot.
our first celeb shot.
Oh,
Caitlin
what?
is probably one of the biggest, if not the biggest fan of Oh Boy. She's watched since day one.
I don't know, man. I got Moo Milker back home.
Moo Milker.
Pretty big fan of the show.
If I miss this, I'm gonna be mad.
Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna be mad.
Oh,
mad.
do I
Go
get a
home
select
mad.
shot
Go
for me?
ahead.
I want Jesse.
Jesse, all right, let's do it.
He stands about
See, here at
6'8",
Oh Boy, we
and
get
he's
everyone on
he's
our
a
phone
Super Bowl
involved.
champion with the Eagles.
Yeah,
I'd
go
like to
ahead,
say
dude.
that.
Oh, you're not even part of the group? Look at that.
Oh! That's why I picked him.
Live
That's
studio
why I picked
boy.
him. The best student in my
Live
TA
studio
class.
Audience.
Oh, Riley. Get
Oh
in here, boy.
boy.
Producer.
The producer.
Here we go.
Producer, Oh Boy.
Never have I done this before with Riley.
No.
Finger down.
Oh, and he's trash.
All right.
Oh, Jesse, help me out. I'm still attached to this
Mr.
board.
Harlow, come show me what's done.
Oh boy,
We got
we got Jack
everybody
Harlow in the
rolling.
building.
Jack Harlow's in the building. Yeah.
Your cup sire.
The ball in the sky.
Oh! He, in fact, did not show him how
Air
it's done.
ball.
I love that this is just what Oh Boy's content.
You gotta
has
retire
came to.
now.
Can I get a gentleman's please?
Ooh, this is good. This is good.
good.
Call it, and then we'll get both of them.
No.
No?
Here we go.
Oh, could have called that.
I
Could have seen that coming from that side of the table.
House money.
When it hit the
Yeah, sure, buddy.
House money.
Oh, man.
Oh, the toilet bowl. Yo,
All right, I'm going first.
gotta be the MVP right now.
Yeah.
They might as well
Other
call
than
me.
Jesse.
Dude,
Dude, every time it hits, it's picking up on the mic and going in my IFB.
good.
Oh, come on, man.
You gotta be
Dude.
kidding
All
me,
right.
John.
This game's got to be rigged.
This is rigged right now.
This game's got to be
We
rigged.
got about a minute left to win it. All
Oh,
right.
I don't need him.
Dylan won't do it.
Give me
I won't do
give me
it.
about 2 seconds. Hot chopper.
Oh,
Don't
man.
I get
Come
it?
on.
Don't-
Yeah,
back,
throw
behind the
behind
back.
the back.
How much you got?
Dude, first episode of Oh Boy. What about this?
What about that? How about them apples, buddy?
This stuff ain't nothing to me, man.
Yeah.
Oh,
Come on, dude. We're hitting
Oh,
cups,
gosh.
guys. We're just not in.
This is.
Nope. Awful. Airballed. Come on, show 'em what you got.
Kush.
Oh, my gosh. Hey, we get redemption.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
go
that's
ahead.
that's
Hey,
fair.
Come on, guys.
We're playing
Fair
all.
rules.
We're playing all episode long, dude.
Oh, are we really?
Oh yeah, we get.
There we go.
Oh! Yeah, we did it.
I get another one, dude.
Yeah,
Keep
John does
going.
get
John's
another
always
what?
got
I
a
thought it was-
clutch.
okay.
These guys ever played this before? I'm just kidding. I know these guys
Hey.
have played this before.
We're gonna pause the game while
There we go.
you guys go to commercials. So go to commercial, and we'll be right back with some more.
Oh boy.
On.
Yeah, dude, we go on at like 11:30. It's like,
No.
what do you mean no?
It's 10:30.
10:30?
Matt, it's 10:30.
What do you mean it's 10:30?
Hey, don't touch that. That's my ladder.
Hey, man.
Whoa.
You know this book was already discounted 10%?
Wow. Get a closer with that one. Matthew.
Broadcast news. Look at that.
Can we go back inside? I want to sleep in the studio again.
La 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 la. Free. La 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 la. La 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 la. Freeze.
We'll deep dive into our feelings in our Real Talk segment. Stay tuned because it's about to get real.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to Oh Boy, everybody's favorite segment, Minch on the Street. Today's topic, Applebee's.
Yeah, so Minch, tell them about the new setup that we got going on here.
The new setup is greasy little camera instead of big camera, and it no longer says Mott's on it. Minch on the Street, buddy.
Mozzarella sticks.
Did you do the Wordle today?
Did I do the Wordle? Wordle? Oh, not yet, no.
Dude, I'm trying to get the answer so I can get a first try. Bushman, our teacher, sent us an email, and he's like, new Star Wars Club on campus. Immediately joined the Discord. Are you a proud member of the new Star Wars Club on campus?
I did see the Buckman email.
Did you sign up for Star Wars Club?
I didn't, should I?
Yes.
Okay, I'll do that right as I get to my room.
No, Johnny, I'm not. I apologize. Oh, am I supposed to say yes with propaganda?
Are you a proud member of the Star Wars Club on campus?
I'm not. I should be, though.
I would say you look like a Star Wars guy.
I'm proud.
Did you do the Wordle today?
The Wordle?
Yeah.
Not at all.
Dude. Do you partake in Star Wars?
Yes.
What's your favorite movie?
Empire Strikes Back.
That's not bad. Decent. Are you a proud member of the new Star Wars Club on campus?
No.
You should join it.
I'm okay.
No, I'll forward you the email. She's gonna join. What's your least favorite of John Bolus's Fords?
My least favorite?
Yeah.
I've seen more of the truck, but the Bronco's pretty cool.
But you've seen more. Actually, they've both broken down. Are you proud members of the new Star Wars Club on campus?
I didn't know we had a Star Wars Club.
Yeah, me neither.
Send them the link. I'm gonna send you guys an email. Did you do the Wordle today?
No.
Why?
Because I've been busy.
I see you wearing this green. What are you doing for St. Patrick's Day? How do I forward an email?
Reply all.
How do I forward an email? Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Probably forward button. Type your email in there, buddy. Dylan, what's your favorite word? Probably like ranch or something. He's a 5-year-old. Maybe ketchup. The last tech miner I heard about, he was taking polymers and he tried running a piece of plastic through the bandsaw backwards and he just kicked the blade off it.
That's
and then
impressive.
Mr. Oh Boy,
That's actually impressive.
Mr. Oh Boy himself, Dan Tryon, banned him from ever using a saw in his lab again. What's your go-to bagel, Rob?
I'd have to say the Sally Ride. Turkey, bacon, mayo, avocado. Really good with Chipotle mayo.
This is the bagel guy.
Everything bagel.
Gotta go.
Oh.
This guy, emergency responder, on his way. Go save the world, Sheen. Did you just leave that there?
Yeah, he did.
Just gotta go.
It's not good.
I mean, dude, this one, pretty much every WTOP show, pretty good. But when you compare it to Oh Boy, there's dude, Jack Harlow.
That's my spoon.
Like it. Just take a little sip.
I hate food.
All food.
Yeah. This guy probably did the Wordle. Did you do the Wordle? Dude, what is wrong with you?
They only have one sandwich, and it's peanut butter and jelly.
Ice cream sandwich.
Yeah.
That sandwich.
So he says he hates it, and then goes back for another sip.
That's what I do.
It's actually pretty good.
So you like it?
No.
C64.
Dude, if C4 can blow up that much, what do you think C64 does? That I could send John's truck to the moon with that thing.
You ever heard of that, like, manhole cover?
Yeah.
Got, like, sent
It got sent and mocked Jesus.
Yeah, like, got out of Earth's rotation.
Yeah,
I don't know if that's actually true, but, like...
There's a very high chance that it burned up in the atmosphere. If not, though,
it's
approximately very far away. And it's going to just enter some random planet's atmosphere and destroy the whole thing.
Aliens are going to be like, what is that?
Aliens are going to think it's a declaration of war.
Yeah.
How do you make a carrot that mushy?
It's a sweet potato.
You see, we've got a vise in a vise. That's about it. This awesome, cool little part here. It's part of a skateboard. You know, Lakeside Manufacturing on Instagram, Lakeside Manufacturing. Soon enough, we'll be selling longboards, 10 by 36 inch longboards, $120 base price. That might change. Give us a look. Lakeside Manufacturing on Instagram. Keep a lookout.
Can we have it pop up on the screen?
It is Lakeside Manufacturing on Instagram. The logo is like a big diamond. It's got
do we have your
trees and
permission
stuff.
to use your logo?
You absolutely.
I'll steal it off your Instagram and throw it up on the
absolutely
screen
have
right
my
now.
permission.
Shindine, did you do the Wordle today?
I didn't. Should I?
Do it live.
And then give me the answer.
You just need a word.
Oh wait, hold on, can't spell plots.
That doesn't have any in it.
Oh,
I've never seen those colors. Why is it red? Yeah, this is weird.
This is
well,
weird.
I'm colorblind. I can't see the normal color.
Right.
Or it's gotta be. Come on now.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Oh, yeah.
Second try?
Well, she was
Dude. Minch on the, I don't know what chair. Look at this guy. This is fun. All right, thanks for watching Mention of the Street. We'll see you on Oh Boy.
Kids worry about a lot of things. Getting enough food to eat shouldn't be one of them. Through a nationwide network of food banks, Feeding America serves virtually every community in the United States. See how you can help your community. Visit feedingamerica.org.
Did you know dragging chains can spark a wildfire?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
We're here for you, we're here for you. This is your channel 2. With sports and news and what to do, we're here for you. It's your TV, you're watching WTOP. Your TV, thanks for watching WTOP.
La 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 la.
Free.
La 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 la. La 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 la. Freeze.
Welcome back to Oh Boy. So, when we had an episode for senior week last semester that we decided not to do, we sent out a Google form to our friend group, the Greasy Couch Community. The form asked the boys a bunch of questions. Hey, the boys got a bunch of questions, so we're going to go through and share the answers with you guys finally. So, pop it up. If we have it.
Depart.
Maybe not.
All right.
That was anticlimactic.
Pop it up. There we
There
go.
we go.
Okay.
Wonderful.
Who's most likely to get thrown out of a party? All right, so we have a three-way tie here with Mint, John Boldis, and Frankie, Freaky Frank. Let the name speak for itself.
Call him Tootsie.
Boldis should have taken
Never
that.
do anything bad.
Yeah, no, I...
So are we the deciding factors, or?
Yeah,
who's
I guess
the-
you and I can...
All right, so I think John.
I'll go with Freaky Frank.
Oh, okay. I'd say Frankie.
Freaky Frank.
Call him Toots. You gotta call him Toots now.
Kenny told you to watch your mouth.
All right, anyway.
We'll go Frank.
We're
on
going
that
with
one.
Freaky Frank on that one. Next one. Oh, there we are.
Boom.
Next
I wonder
one.
if they can read that. I don't know.
All right. Who's most likely to be an undercover spy right now? So, this one
Is Dan
is Dan
Hall.
Hall. This
We
one,
got Paulie
Paulie.
here. All right. Kenny.
Kenny.
And then Jaybird.
Jaybird is
my
an
roommate
undercover
Jaybird.
spy.
I guess.
Do you
I
guys
mean,
remember who you voted for? Because I can tell you who I
have
voted
no
for.
idea.
I remember.
I don't even remember doing
I
this.
voted for Dan Hall.
It was either Dan
Shout
Hall
out
or
Dan
I think it
Hall.
was Jaybird.
I definitely voted for
Kenny
Dan Hall.
said he voted for Dan Hall. I think Dan Hall just made a lot of sense.
Somebody's lying.
So, I voted for Dan Hulse. Next one.
I think he's too cute to be real.
All right, most likely to drop out. Minch.
Frankie.
Let's go.
With boldness in there.
Where did that come from?
I'd give that one to Frankie too, just an edge.
I'm giving
Oh,
that one
really?
to Minch after the semester he's gone through doing.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. Oh man.
Next one.
I love
Next
you.
one. Who's most alpha?
Jay Bird! Yeah, Jay Bird!
Jay Bird.
There we go.
Frankie somehow got some votes. I know he voted for himself.
Yeah. We got Dan Hall, Boldness, and Kenny in there. All
Kenny
right.
as well.
I'll take the Bird.
Actually, no. That is not Kenny. There's
what is it?
3 different shades of blue. That one is actually Riley. That is
Oh,
Riley.
it's just not
Riley
showing.
got-
page 2.
okay.
Riley got cut off?
Definitely not Riley.
Frankie definitely voted for himself twice. Because definitely not. Next one. Next one. All right, who's the last person to respond? Dan Hall.
That is true.
Dan Hall.
Boldest.
It's Boldest.
It definitely is
does
Boldest.
not answer. Dude, we will be pulled over on the side of the road. It's happened a few times before. Calls John. Never answers.
Never answers.
I think
we were back home.
Yeah.
My brother called John on like a Thursday night. He called us back Saturday morning. He goes, "Yo, dude, what's up?"
Dude, I got stuff going on, man.
Next one. All right, most likely to bail you out of jail.
That's
I
Dylan,
won this
baby.
one with a landslide. I'm proud of myself.
There's
for that.
no way. No way.
I'm on.
I'll take a third
Next one.
of that.
Who's the goofiest? Paulie.
Hey
Real.
now,
yeah.
that's got, hey,
Goofball.
I am a goofball. If we had Brian on here,
Yeah.
that would be
All right, next one.
run away.
Yeah.
Run away. If we have it.
Next one. Most likely to bark in public.
Really? Do it!
I won that one.
Yep.
That's
I gotta
all you need to
vote
know.
somehow.
Next one.
Oh, Frankie would second.
Yeah, that also makes sense.
That's real.
Next one. Yippee, live in the van. Seth and I split.
So they're just gonna be living the van life
Yeah,
together.
Oh yeah.
And then all of us can live in one.
We're all
like,
just
suplex
living the van life.
Yeah. Next one. Get back with their ex. Frankie.
I didn't even have
Brian.
That's
No,
Brian.
that's Brian. And then that
Oh,
one,
okay.
the one vote was for me.
I was gonna say like I didn't.
Anyway,
I love my
next
girlfriend.
one.
Yeah.
Get married first.
That's gotta be Kenny, right?
Yeah.
wait,
No. This one's Riley.
Oh, that makes
This
sense.
one's Paulie.
Yeah.
This one's Boldest.
Hey,
and then
nice.
I think this one's Kenny. Yes. All right, next one.
We love
Congrats,
Chelsea
boys.
around here.
The person you go to for advice, I won that one.
I don't know how I didn't get anything. That's honestly.
Yeah,
we
we
need
need
a
to listen to
revote.
Dylan.
We need
for
a
advice,
revote.
but That's all right.
Next
Revote.
one.
I'm going Dan Hall.
Biggest simp, Paulie. And
Real.
it stands true to
Landslide.
There wasn't even a different option.
100% true.
It was. Hey, real quick, guys. Who's the biggest simp? 3, 2, 1.
Paulie Beatty.
Hey, shout out Juliana,
I'm about
though.
to say
Last
some
time
words
we
I
did
can't.
this- last time we did this, when we sent this out, she was just your friend who's a girl. So,
Yeah.
But now she's my
girlfriend.
girl who's a friend.
That's how you
No,
say
I'm
it.
sorry. She's my lovely.
Anyway, we're going to send it over to commercial break, and we'll be right back with some more. Oh, boy.
And it could be your last chance to see one occur for 2 decades, as the next time one will be visible over the continental U.S.
Since May 84, Carol told police in the hospital that he had pressed the doorbell and waited.
They mix with oxygen and nitrogen and briefly
What's going on?
Yeah, dude, we go on at like 11:30. It's like
No.
What do you mean no?
It's 10:30.
10:30?
Yeah, it's 10:30.
What do you mean it's 10:30?
Hey, don't touch that. That's my ladder.
Hey, man.
Whoa.
You know this book was already discounted 10%?
Wow. Get a close up of that one.
Matthew,
Look at that.
Can we go back inside? I want to sleep in the studio again.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move, so I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
All right, welcome back to Oh Boy. We're still kind of playing some Pong, just hanging out, chilling as we do. Well, now it's time for everyone's favorite segment, Girlfriend Review. All the boys now have girlfriends, and I'm still sitting here single. So if you're watching this, maybe pop up my Instagram, give me a follow. Don't put up my Instagram, I guess, Brummer, whatever, dude. I'm just going to stay single. So, boys, take it away.
Do we have a camera?
Take two, maybe.
Or not. Anyway, we're doing girlfriend review. From Megan, we've got a few key texts.
Hey, wait,
Katie and I are laughing out loud.
Shout out Hannah.
Shout out Hannah. We're bringing Dylan up for you. We're going to hang out. That's all I'll say. Yeah, we're laughing out loud. Minch on the street is very funny. Calling out your broken trucks are not broken, by the way. They're just...
For now.
Making sure I know what I'm talking about by fixing them. Wow, only 6 minutes left. This is so entertaining. I don't know what more we could have better than that. So we're going to move on, yeah.
Hey, good job. Good job.
Thank you, thank you.
All right, man.
All right. From Ella and her family. Loves the new set. Doesn't. I'm not gonna say that one actually. The new graphics cool for Minch on the Street. I like the new style of Minch on the Street. I think there was 2 seconds where I wasn't laughing or smiling. Not good with numbers, but best one yet. Mary says best one ever. Noni was laughing and enjoying herself like a 1,000,000 out of 10. Much improved production.
Hey. Oh, the newest member.
Oh boy, making her debut is my lovely girlfriend Juliana. She wants to start off first. Come on!
Let him finish. Let him finish.
Oh, okay. Well, I need the camera back on me.
Hurry up.
We need to go from the heart. All right, so she first off just says, I love you in all caps, which is awesome. I love you too. Not too, but whatever. All right, she goes, here's my official debut review. So glad the show is back. Paul, your dance moves are great, and I can officially say that I'm a proud supporter of Minch on the Street. My only request is more Seth, so we need him to keep on coming. Right. No way Justice is most alpha. That's crazy, Paul. I think you have some explaining to do about getting back with your ex. We said that was Brian, so whoever wanted to say that, whatever.
It was Brian.
And she goes, you don't have to say this out loud, but I would just like to add that I'm genuinely so proud of all of you, and I love you guys so much. And that she loves Megan.
Bump Cam.
So we'll go with that.
There we go.
Give her some love. Bump Cam, maybe.
Oh, that was good right there.
All right, Kenny, go.
All right, go, Kenny.
Go. Why is Sean Dean calling me right now? Decline. Not have a mic on me, so I'm going to bring Minch over here to be on mic. Thank you, Minch. She says, it was wonderful, 10 out of 10, great entertainment, and a big fan of Minch on the Street.
Yeah, who isn't? Who isn't?
All right, here, scooch back in.
All
Right. Scooch back in.
Bring it in, boys.
All right, boys. All right, so spring break coming up. Sadly, we only got, what? One more no more episodes.
No more episodes
for
spring break.
Thank God, because I need to get out of here. Me, Paulie, Kenny, Riley, Brummer in the back. We are all going to the Outer Banks.
In Australia, baby.
Not Australia, but quickly, we are going to be doing, we haven't publicly announced it, so we're going to do it now, and it will be on the Instagram. We are going to do Oh Boy Takes on the Outer Banks. It will be a vlog-style special event. It will not take up any Oh Boy time. It will be its own new show, hopefully 30 minutes. Minch, boldest, you don't even got the regular spring break, do you?
No, I got student teaching, so I got different breaks, man. It's a tough life.
45.
Yeah.
Minch is
I don't
going
know.
home, hanging out.
Grinding Grandmaster.
All right. No, we're really excited to be back, guys. It's going to be an awesome semester. It's going to be fantastic. Dude, it continues to be, real quick.
Mother review real quick. Minch on the Street was the best of the show. And also, gotta give a little shout out, was Ryan Hoffman's birthday on Monday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Ryan Hoffman.
Had the greatest birthday.
So, Oh Boy continues and will forever be the greatest show on WTOP. Boys, I think that's all we got. Why don't we give them the first one of enjoy the rest of your night.
Now Now introducing, out of Alden, New York, number 2, Dylan the Chinstrap Zielinski. Introducing next, out of Schenectady, New York, wearing number 69, Kenny the GM Gerard.
Oh boy. Welcome back in to the TK Experience, season number 3, episode number 4. Sorry, I'm supposed to be timing out the show. Welcome on in. Dylan, we're going to start off with how we always start off. How are we doing tonight?
Doing good. It was a long day. Had work. Shout out Kenny Drugs. It's boring. Not a lot going on. Paulie's in the audience today. That's pretty cool.
I know I haven't seen Paulie in a while. Maybe we'll bring him back for maybe a senior week episode. Yeah, I had to do the...
How about yourself?
Yeah, I was going to say I had to do the the Oscars, which is like the athletics award. I had to MC. Grand total of about maybe 5 minutes, and gave the land acknowledgement and talked about how great D3 sports are here. So I mean, could be worse, could be better. I can't complain too much. Yeah. Well, Dylan, it has been an interesting week in the NFL. Although there has been no play, there has been an NFL draft, and we are going to talk about that. We're going to get really into it in our next block. For this block, we're going to talk about our favorite teams. Dylan is repping his right now, the Buffalo Bills. Dylan, I will let you kick things off. Talk about the Bills draft pick, first round, second round, whatever you want to talk about.
Yeah, so I mean, I said it last week that if the Bills went into this thing, they had 11 picks or whatever, or 2 weeks ago, if they went into it and they just picked all defense, I would have been a very happy man. They ended up selecting, I think, 2 offensive players. There was a tight end and a tackle. Our first round pick, I am totally blanking on it. It's his first name. His last name's Harrison. Watching it, I just want to say, dude, watching it, he was standing at the beginning of the tunnel where he was sitting with his family, and just watching him dab up every other prospect and cheer for them as they were going. Maxwell Harrington. English. But watching him go dab everybody up, give them a hug and cheer for them as they were getting drafted. We said it right away, like, that's a Buffalo guy, and it just turned out to be that way. And I'm hoping we got a young Trey White here. We need defense. We needed DBs, and we took a bunch of them.
I mean, you definitely can't complain with the Bills draft. I mean, things look good for you guys. I mean, again, losing in the AFC Championship is not anything to scoff at. So, I mean, it's a long, it's a long season.
Especially when our best corner went down and we had to put in a bum. Kyer.
Well, let's talk about the Giants draft. This is where things get a bit more interesting. So the New York Giants took the chalk pick at number 3, and it was Abdul Carter. I loved it. We may not be able to score, but if they can't score, they can't win either. And I think defense wins championships, so I like the pick. I think the Giants have an excellent defense. Now, this one threw me through a loop at 25. Jackson Dart getting picked. We trade back up into the first round, and they take Dart. I'm a little so-so on that. And then I will say the next pick in the third round, because we gave up our second to move up, was Cam Scatteraboo. I love Scatteraboo. I think that was an excellent pick. I think overall the Giants actually had a very good draft. I just think the one thing that's killing them was giving up the third round next year, as well as the other 2 picks, giving up their second and third this year to move up and take Jackson Dart. I know the Giants, I mean, they're in a better spot than they were, but is this a team that can, take up a project quarterback right now after having Daniel Jones for so long? It's
Brian Daboll's the guy to do it.
I agree, and that's why I'm less worried about it. I think Jackson Dart's all right. I think he's good. I think he was picked correctly.
They said they think of Josh Allen when they see him.
Listen, I know Buffalo did not like Josh Allen when they first got him. Hated him. You were what? You were an avid not Josh
I was
Allen
a Baker guy.
You were a Baker guy?
I didn't really know where we were going to go. The only thing I really don't like about your draft is Abdul Carter wanting to wear Lawrence Taylor's number. I think that is crazy.
It's a bit
When I saw
wild.
that, I was like, that's got to be a joke. I don't like it.
I like Lawrence Taylor's response, though. You got to make your own story. I think that's probably the best response he could have gave. I don't know. This whole draft had a lot of I don't knows, a lot of confusion. But, I mean, again, overall, I think both our teams did all right.
For
And
sure.
With that being said, we're going to move off our own teams. We're going to go to a quick break. When we come back, it's going to talk about the NFL draft reactions for a few players, the ones that we talked about last episode. You're watching the DK Experience right here on WTOP-10.
Get rid of all the questions.
If only we had someone who could tell us what we should and shouldn't watch.
Well, do we have a show for you?
Who are you?
What are you doing in my bed?
On Be Kind and Rewind, we will go through and review all your favorite movie franchises.
And tell you which ones you should and shouldn't watch from the perspective of normal movie fans. Well, be sure to check out Be Kind and Rewind on WTOP-10.
We're back. Whoa. Oh, wow.
No
Thanks,
AP
Jaden.
tonight, yeah.
Could have let us know we were coming
Thanks,
back on
Jaden.
air. What happened?
Oh, man.
Oh, man.
Well,
Welcome back
clearly
to
we don't know the new commercial breaks
Yeah,
yet.
maybe. Welcome back to the new. Oh man, this is horrible.
Yeah.
Welcome back to the DK Experience, Season 3, Episode number 4. Dylan, it is time to talk about our draft reaction. So last episode, for those who watched, we talked about some particular players that we didn't know if they were going to be a boom or bust. Well, we can't answer that question quite yet. Give it a couple of years. We can react to where they went. A couple of these picks, we mentioned one already, a couple actually. We are a little surprised where they landed, but let's start off with one that was a gimme as to where they went, but maybe the future is a bit odd. We're going to start with the number 1 overall pick, Cam Ward to the Tennessee Titans.
Yeah, I mean, not shocked. I don't think anyone really was shocked. You guys heard me 2 weeks ago. I don't like him. I think it's cool Warren Moon gave him the number 1, the permission, stuff like that. I don't like him. He's got a good arm. He's got everything going on, but I don't know.
Jaden's telling me to move the wrong way. Jaden, I got to go this way.
He's nonchalant, dude, and I don't like that. He's lazy with his footwork, stuff like that, but, you know, you guys heard me complain about him 2 weeks ago, but
yeah,
no surprise there.
I would say it's not a stunner. Tennessee needs a quarterback. Mr. Mayo Man is not the answer. He never has been.
Will Levis is awesome, dude.
Will Levis is a cool guy, great photos, but not a good quarterback. But speaking of quarterbacks that aren't good, this one was a surprise. Coming in at pick 144, the supposed, at one point, number 1 overall pick, the guy that I have been saying for quite a while, stinks. Shedeur Sanders is going to the Cleveland Browns, and Dylan, talk about a bad day. Now, I say that I said he stinks. I do think that he's a second-round pick and a day 2 guy. Day 3 was a bit much, in my opinion. I don't know what he said in those interviews or what happened. I'm confused as to why he went as low as he did. I don't know if they were trying to send a message or I don't know what was going on with it. And that whole thing for him, talk about a bad stretch.
If you want to send a message, you did it wrong.
Agreed.
You gave a guy who's always had a chip on his shoulder, whose fathers taught him how to have a chip on his shoulder, a bigger chip, and he is going to look. I think he's good. You don't think he's a day 1 talent. I get it, but what you just gave that guy is some that chip. That guy is going to go to Cleveland and be like, I'm number 1. I'm the best guy. He's going to put his head down, go to work. I don't think he should have gone at 144. I don't think that's fair. Maybe this is some Tom Brady treatment thing, you know what I mean? Like, just make him work for it.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't think he was...
Didn't deserve that prank, though.
No, we don't even gonna talk about that. But speaking of, we're going to move on to our next one. This one, again, I don't know if it was a surprise to where he landed, but number 6 overall, Ashton Genty, is going to the Las Vegas Raiders.
No, I think we both predicted 2 weeks ago they was going to go to the Raiders. I'm not surprised there. I think him and Geno are going to be good.
Maybe the Browns is my only other
I
thought.
think they
don't
don't
need
know.
him.
But no, good pick. Stud. We talked about that. Stud. Made sense where he went.
Yeah, agreed. So another one that the pick itself was not surprising, but the team who took him was surprising. Number 2 overall, Travis Hunter, going to the Jacksonville Jaguars. Now, the Jaguars is the surprise here, trading up in the draft.
See, the Jags didn't surprise me. The Jags didn't surprise me because I had always seen, like, he's a South Florida kid. They said he grew up 300 miles away from that stadium. You always kind of had that feeling that the Jags were interested in him. They had him on their top 30. I was a little surprised in the haul that they gave up. But when you think about it, it's like, if you can get him to play both sides of the ball, and he is, I think I saw something today. He's got the 3rd best odds to win Defensive Rookie of the Year, and he's got the 3rd best odds to win Offensive Rookie of the Year. I'll throw my first out the window next year for a Defensive Rookie and an Offensive Rookie in one pick.
I think he was the player at Colorado that was worthy of the first-round hype, in my opinion. But moving on to another pick, we talked about him a little bit. Number 3 overall to the New York Giants, Abdul Carter. Again, I'd said it last week. If Abdul Carter is on the board and the Giants still have a chance to take him, pick him up. And they did exactly that. I think the Giants made the right pick.
Yeah, nothing to say about him other than stud. Good pickup by the Giants. That defensive line is crazy.
That defensive line is going to be absolutely
Jaden
terrifying. Jaden loves it. I love it as well, but maybe not as much on this next one. Number 25 overall, Jackson Dart gets into the first round, goes ahead of Shador. It was a lot of surprise on night 1, and I was actually on air for Laker Connections, for those who watched my other show. They saw my reaction, and it was, holy crap. I did not expect that.
Like I said, I felt like I was kind of getting Zach Wilson with him a little bit. Look, I don't think he's better than Zach Wilson. I think Zach Wilson has a way better arm, better touch, and he's way more athletic. Jackson Dart is not that athletic, and he does not have as big of an arm.
You sound like me with Shador.
But
oh man, I hope you're wrong.
I hope I'm wrong too. I wouldn't mind seeing Brian Daboll finally get his next Josh Allen and keep his job. I love Daboll. I hope I am wrong, but no, I think Zach Wilson's talent is the only thing that holds him compared to Jackson Dart is literally the height of the man.
Fair enough. This one was
Zach Wilson's
also
going to thrive in Miami.
This one was not a surprise, but not a name that was talked about as much as some of the others going to the draft. Mason Graham going number 5 overall to the Cleveland Browns. I think this was the right choice for Cleveland.
Yeah, we talked about him. He's a stud.
It's like the Giants, where you're building up on the defensive line. They have talent there already. Why not add a little bit more?
Over the last 5-10 years, we've seen this shift in the NFL where it's just build up these dangerous defensive lines. And I think the kid's a stud. It's really him and Myles Garrett. It's going to be pretty cool.
I think that is a dog pound they got up front, quite literally. I think they got some dogs in the trenches.
For sure.
It'll be interesting to see how the Browns end up this season. But we're going to go to yet another quick break. When we come back, it'll be time for, nope, that's not a mistake, Cooking or Crazy in C Block. Whoa, we'll see you there on the flip side of the break.
If you like action, romance,
if you're watching this,
and highbrow humor,
surface is this?
Floor. Minch did not legitimately put his head in the toilet.
there's only one place to turn.
No!
Tune in to new episodes of
Oh boy!
only on WTOP.
Look at the number of disasters in the U.S. Chances are every area will deal with some kind of emergency in the next decade. And between school, sports, and social lives, chances are you won't be with your kids when it happens. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids has the educational tools and information to make the conversation easy. When the time comes, chances are they'll feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
me! I had to eat a raw egg on Chris's dormitory floor.
I currently don't have any federal pending charges.
You know what you never did? You never walked to Walmart, Chris. That's my co-host. This is for making me eat roast Pop-Tarts.
It's showtime, Chris.
Come on. I want to be on the air for that. I got a couple things to say.
No. Spin the wheel. Oh, you got censorship.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back to.
Welcome back to the DK experience right here on WTOP-10. And, you know, it's that time of the show again. Just a little bit earlier today, we'll explain why at the end of the block. We got a little secret for you all who don't know and are not checking our social media page. But it's time for Cooking or Crazy. Me and Dylan have picked a topic in that last break, and we will discuss. And our graphics operator in the back, Austin Claus, will choose the winner, as well as everybody else in the control room is welcome to chip in and chime in on the opinion. So, for today's selection, we're going to do the best water activity. Very vague, but interesting topic. Dylan, you can start me off here.
My favorite, and what I believe is the best water activity, pontooning, boating. Dude, let me tell you, there's nothing better than putting a pontoon boat in the middle of the lake, hanging out with all your buddies. You get one of them cool pontoon boats with the water slides going off it. You're jumping in and out of the boat. You're hanging out, having a few choice beverages, just having a good time with your friends. There's nothing better than pontoon boating.
All right. Here's my choice. So think back, right, when you were young, a kid, summertime, the air is warm, everything's great, but you're running around and you're thinking, man, am I thirsty? But you just can't go inside. Maybe you got muddy feet. Maybe you were in the pool. I have the solution for you. Drinking water straight out of that garden hose was a staple into every single person's childhood. I'm telling you, there is nothing better that you can do with water than drinking out of that garden hose. And whoever told you you were going to get sick from that lied to you. I did it for years, and I'm 92.8% okay.
I did not do it. I know I'm going to be willing to bet I'm going to lose this one because Austin's weird, and he definitely
Whoa! Well, now you are going to lose. You called her.
Yeah, well.
I'm sorry, Austin. That was uncalled for. That was
Austin,
not
who
nice.
was going to win? Who was going to win before I even said my comment? Before I even said my comment.
Who was going to win before
Dylan's take? Dylan's take.
Kenny's take. Okay, not quite what we asked for.
I think that's what he was meaning, was Kenny was going to win.
Oh, my take wins. Oh, okay, great. So, wonderful.
Everyone's fighting for you, Dylan.
What?
I love boating. Everyone's fighting for hose.
Riley Jones did.
You ruined it.
Riley Jones did drink
it.
water from a hose. That checks out. Look at him.
Voting is mid, Chris. See,
Dude, we could kind of throw this thing to a break a little early. Do
you want to?
We could. Surprise him.
Maybe we could take a quick bump shot of what's to come. Maybe that is available. Maybe you guys take a sneak peek at what's going to happen.
Is Jesse out there on camera?
Oh, it's dark. It's dark. So you're looking at the bus loop. Well.
All right, back to us.
With that being said, we're going to come right back to us. We're going to put this down. We're not going to outro.
Take off this mic.
Shut this mic pack off. You guys can go to break, and we'll see you in about 2 minutes.
What's going on?
Yeah, dude, we go on at like 11:30. It's like
No.
What do you mean no?
It's 10:30.
10:30?
Yeah, it's 10:30.
What do you mean it's 10:30?
Hey, don't touch that. That's my ladder.
Hey, man. Whoa. You know this book was already discounted 10%?
Wow. Get a closer with that one.
Broadcast news.
Look at that.
Can we go back inside? I want to sleep in the studio again.
La 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 la. Free. La 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 la. La 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 la. Freeze.
we'll deep dive into our feelings in our Real Talk segment. Stay tuned because it's about to get real.
Oh boy. Wow. It is never warm enough in Oswego, New York. Welcome back to the DK Experience, Season 3, Episode number 4. Now, we have two people who have been here before. It's me and Dylan, and joined by another member of my e-board, Mr. Jaden Jiggets, the VP of Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion.
What's up, everybody? How you doing?
Give me a quick intro.
What's up, y'all? I am Jaden Jiggets. I am a broadcasting and mass communication senior. I am about to be out of here in 2 weeks, so happy to be on the show with y'all. You know what I'm saying? DK Experience.
No.
You okay?
No, I don't want to do it.
All right. So with that being said, we were nominated by quite a few people.
Yeah.
I am going to be, unfortunately, the first person that has to do this. And we have our friend
stepping
Joe
away.
back there who's going to do it.
Yeah, I'm stepping
I will
away.
hand the mic
You
off someone on the side. Before we do that,
I'll hold the mic.
we are doing the
Hey.
USC State of Mind Ice Bucket Challenge live on WTOP-10.
Hold on. He's got
So I want to
nominated
thank WNYO for nominating all of WTOP-10, as well as my friend Sean Dean, Jasmine Cole, and Mr. Michael Neckers for nominating me for this challenge. I nominate the Oswegonian, Melinda Brancato, Angelina Gerard, and I need one more. Who do we think, Dylan? Give me one more.
Jackson Dart.
Jackson Dart and Abdul Carter. You've all been called out.
Go.
Now, here we go, underneath.
Oh, wait, hold on.
No, not yet. Oh, we're tangled up.
Oh, that
Probably sounded beautiful.
Let it
All
rain.
right, here we go.
2.
Get it, Joe. Oh my God.
I know.
Oh my God, that is so cold. I don't want to do it.
Go.
I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it.
Right here. Right here's for you. Right here's for you.
It's so cold. It's so cold. Oh my God.
Joe, you can stand up this chair.
All right. Well,
Have my towel
I
ready.
hope we got a replay of that. I can't tell. Oh, we did.
Yep.
Wonderful.
Hold on, I gotta
Thank you,
shut up
Melinda
my
Brancato, who has also been nominated in the back. You have to do this now. I'm freezing. All right, Dylan. Dylan, who do we nominate? Who do you got for me here, bud?
I nominate Big A. Shout out Big A. I nominate Sabrina Carpenter, Sydney Sweeney,
Cindy.
Madeline Klein, and Josh Allen. Love you, Joe.
Why are you scared?
Now we're going to take this right here. I'll give you guys a quick play-by-play action of Dylan Blinsky.
All right.
Dylan lines up for the shot. Here we
Guys, calm
go.
me down. Just all I ask.
Ice
Calm me down.
bucket challenge time.
No.
Joe, go on this number right here. I'm not going to tell Dylan. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh yeah, he is cold. SUNY Oswego is not known as a warm campus, but it is known as a cold one. This has been an incredibly cold April, and we are continuing that on this show. Dylan, thoughts?
Cold.
Thank you. Jaden,
Towel.
the inevitable is coming. Jaden, you gotta tell me who you nominating.
Real quick. So I would like to thank my best friend Jasmine.
Oh, wait, yeah. Wait. Thank you for nominating me too, Jasmine. I forgot about that step.
I would like to thank Jasmine, my best friend, for nominating me. And I would like to nominate my board members, my AMN board members, Jalen, Vic, Don, Nat, Ephraim, and I'd also like to nominate Mason and Latrell. All my brothers, y'all gotta do this challenge. All right.
Jaden, here we go. We'll give you guys another countdown here.
There you go, Joe.
Joe is excited for this one. Here we go, Joe.
Give it to me.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, yeah. Oh, that is cold
That was
water.
the best one.
That might have been the best one of the night, folks. My goodness. We for sure need a replay of that.
That was the best one.
Wow. Jaden, no. You gotta do that. You gotta do the post game. You gotta do the post game. See, I did not think logically before coming here, I didn't bring a towel. So what you see is what you get right now. I'm soaked. Jaden, come here. Dylan, get in.
My turn. How you feeling, Buck?
It's cold.
That was the best throw. That was the best toss so far. That was good. Say something.
Shout out to my boy Joe for.
Joe, come here. Joe, come here. How did that feel after doing all that?
Hey, I just want you guys to know I took the brunt of that as well. I'm pretty stoked myself as well.
Your pants. Your pants. Kenny, where you going?
Oh, I'm talking to my friend back here. Hello?
Talking to a friend?
Okay, cool.
All right. I'm
Dylan,
cold.
You're shivering. I'll take it.
Yeah.
You need a shirt, my boy.
All right. Is there any chance I could borrow a towel for a split second? Is anybody generous enough?
You need no. Put your towel back on. Put your towel back on. You over here.
Cover me up.
You got
Cover me up. Got our mic.
I got no shirt
I got
on.
a shirt over there.
So,
I'm okay.
we have just a few minutes left in the show here.
Yeah.
We're going to get a replay of all three of us getting the water dumped on us. I hope this is as funny as I think it looks because we have no idea. There's no preview monitor out here. Is my hair a mess? It's not too bad.
Good thing
It's
I
not
had
too
the shower
bad.
cap. My locks would have
I
been
keep
messed
spitting
up.
water into the mic.
I
So,
had to tap my locks in this one, you know?
Dylan, you know, we've done lots of hot takes. And now that we're cold, it's time for Dylan and Kenny and Jaden's cold takes of the
That was a
night.
cold take.
Give me your coldest take on the NFL draft right now.
Coldest?
Coldest.
Bills are going to the Super Bowl.
That was not about the draft.
It
Jaden,
was, it
Jaden,
was.
Jaden, what do you
It
got?
was.
Easily, Cam Scatterboo. The Giants stole him in the fourth round, and us getting him, he's gonna go well with Tyrone Tracy. You know what I'm saying?
Like Tracy's losing carries to Scatterboo, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Scatterboo's gonna carry that bull. Like
My feet
I don't know
are cold.
I don't know why I let him fall to the fourth round, but now that he's with us, the G-men, yeah. Like you were saying earlier, defense win championships, but I feel like our offense is gonna turn up this year too.
No.
Oh, man. He's saying, my coldest take from the NFL draft is that I don't know why everybody keeps letting the Schmeagles get a good defender at the 31st or 32nd pick. I don't understand why the NFL and the owners are allowing this year in and year out. It is frustrating. I am cold, and it is a cold time being a Giants fan, and it's a cold time to hate the Eagles too. Now, gentlemen, this is our last episode of the entire semester. We might have a senior week show. We're not exactly quite sure yet. Dylan, any closing thoughts?
It's been fun. I love it. This is another one of my babies, just like Oh Boy. Shout out Oh Boy. Shout out my mom. I'm starting to warm up. That's cool. My feet are very cold.
Yeah, it's not really that cold of a night, you know.
No. Joe's failing my class now. Well, how you?
Are you shivering?
I'm cold. Say goodbye.
Yo, thank you for having me on the DK experience. It's been a pleasure. All right.
So, we just have another about 30 seconds here until we got to wrap up and go home, and inevitably I can get out of this. I mean, I don't know if you can even hear me squeaking around, but we want to thank you guys for joining us all season long on the DK experience. We might see you next week. If not, we will see you guys next semester. Have a fantastic and warm night.
Hey, how are you? You want to chat? Well, you're in luck. The Mick and Nick show is about to start. Oh, Nick! The Mick and Nick show is starting.
Oh, wait, let's go then.
Let's go. to the Mick and Nick Show. It's great to have you join us. Nick, what are we going to talk about today?
Today, we're going to be playing some Would You Rather, dive deep into our feelings in real talk, and psychologically torture our guests with...
Secret coming up later.
Okay.
All right. So right now, we're going to play, just a simple game of Would You Rather. Alrighty. Okay, first question. Would you rather eat pasta or pizza for the rest